Blanche de Fort Lapin.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have got one here from Fort Lapin, or Rabbit Fort, if you want to use the French translation. Now this is a brewery that I do have a lot of time for. They're from Bruges in Belgium, and that was brought over for me by my mate Campo. Cheers mate, much appreciate that. Up the hammers. We ain't doing too good at the moment, but we're used to that. But he went over there on a day trip. You couldn't do anything else during this lockdown, and he brought back quite a lot of beers from me. Some of them have been absolutely great. Some have been okay-ish. But I've got high hopes for this because everything I've tried from Fort Lapin so far, and you can see the reviews on the channel, they've been really good. And they're based in Bruges, as I say, one of my favourite cities in Europe. Love it. Anybody who says Belgium is boring is either A, a non-drinker, or B, they're fucking boring themselves. Because Bruges is absolutely amazing. And if you love beer, well, you're going to be in your element there. And I have been many a time. All I remember is massive hangovers from the night before. I had some great times in Bruges, honestly, really have done quite a few gigs over there, and been to a few gigs as well, and yeah, love it, love the place, love the people, love the beer especially, so this is one of them as well, and it's a witbier. Now witbier is a wheat beer, if you like, if you're new to the sort of style of witbier. It's basically just a beer made with wheat, and if you've tried German wheat beer, you're going to be in for a shock because this is completely different. The only thing them two styles of beer have got in common is that they use wheat in the ingredients. Everything else is different in my opinion. You do get a little bit of banana and clove, but the appearance is different, the flavours are different. And that's, for me, that's the biggest thing. They really are different. The German wheat beers are a hell of a lot sweeter, more pronounced banana and clove. Sometimes you get the bubblegum esters. With the Belgian stuff, now obviously it depends which one you try, but usually they've got a hell of a lot more spice in there. They use orange peel in there. You do get a little bit of banana and clove, it has to be said, but it's more about the spice, the coriander, you know, the herbal thing, and the orange peel as well. And you know, you can go from one extreme, like, you know, Hoegaarden, which is probably the most well-known Belgian wit beer, to stuff like this, which in my opinion is much better. Now I've not tasted this, but I'm going on what they've been brewing in the past, and they've only been going since 2011, and I think I've tried, from memory, I've tried a blonde and I've tried a double from them. I'm not sure whether I tried the triple, can't remember, but all been really good. And I mean really good, not just, yeah, that's nice. I mean, wow, this is good. And I'm really hoping that their wheat beer is not going to let the side down. So let's stop gassing and let's get this beer investigated. Right, it is a 330ml dumpy bottle. I think it's 5%. Yeah, it's 5%. Belgisch beer, Belge. And yeah, it's weird. Again, you know, Bruges is West Flanders, but they're using French all on the label, and I don't know whether that's just because the founder and the head brewer of the brewery is a Walloon French speaking Belgian or not, but I do sort of find this quite a bit, that a lot of these breweries in Flanders, they use French. I don't know why. Maybe it's marketing, because you know, more people speak French than they do Dutch, or Flemish I should say. Not Dutch, it's Flemish. So yeah, maybe that's the reason, but who knows. But there it is, very simple labels. All their labels are like that. And they've got obviously got the rabbit ears. Lapin in French means rabbit, apparently. I never knew that. But there you go. Let's get it home. Let's see what's going on. Right. Cap is just plain light blue. Let's get it into the glass now. I don't have a traditional Belgian witbier glass, but this is a witbier glass, so I'm going to pour it into this. This is from the Spanish brewery, Virgin, I think it's called. Yeah, they do a witbier and all, and it ain't great, so don't build your hopes up. The only trouble with this is it really is carbonated. I mean, look at that. I've done my best there, but for fuck's sake, that's the sort of carbonation you're getting. That's a joke. That is an absolute joke. I'm going to pour this into. What have I got? Shall I pour it into a pint glass? I'll tell you what. I'll compromise. I'll pour it into a German wheat beer glass. Now, obviously, it shouldn't be poured into that style of glass, but I'm going to be here all day waiting for that to settle down. Fuck me, look at that head on that. Tell you what though, the aromas are nice. Christ almighty. That is very spicy. That is really spicy. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely phenols and esters that are coming off the yeast. You're getting like a spice, like coriander. There's something else in there as well. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's slightly sour. There's a little bit of clove on there, obviously. White pepper. Little touch of orange, but not a lot. What is it? What is that aroma? I'm trying to put my finger on it. Let me see. Let me pour out a little bit more. See if I can get anything from it. Because the yeast sediment is probably all at the bottom on this. Now, you can see why you should not be drinking this stuff straight from the bottle, because that carbonation is going to be going directly into your stomach, and you will be bloated like a oh, that is really strong now. Wow, that is really, really strong. Probably one of the most spiciest, certainly the aroma is the spiciest Belgian witbier I have come across so far, certainly from what I can remember. But there it is in the glass. Now that does look a bit German, but it's not. That is completely different. But the aromas on this are just, yeah, white pepper, coriander, clove, a little bit of clove, very subtle orange peel. There's an earthiness to it. Wow, that is amazing. That's probably one of the most, one of the most aromaful. What is the word? It's not amorous, is it? Amorous is fucking when you fancy someone, isn't it? Aroma heavy witbiers. I'll go with that. Obviously not the most articulate bloke in the world, but there we go. Let's get it down the hatch before I make an even bigger arse of myself that I'm making now. Cheers. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, and that's super balanced as well. I can actually taste the malt in there as well. And the wheat as well. Fuck, that is amazing. That is really nice. That has got the full range of flavours that you should be getting from a Belgian wit beer. There's a slight, it's very complex, I will say that, and I'm going to try and break down these flavours. First thing I did notice was you can taste the wheat, and that's rare in a Belgian wit beer, because usually it's all about the heavy yeasty esters, you know, the banana, the clove and the spice, and the herbs as well, and the orange peel. But this, it's very well balanced, and to be able to taste the malt like that is really nice, and it's really refreshing. Let's dive in again, because this is a complex wit beer. So there's an earthy, wheaty flavour. You've got the coriander going on there. The white pepper is there. Little touch of banana and clove. More clove than banana. The banana's quite subtle. And the mouthfeel is superb. That is really, really nice. It's just got the right amount of carbonation in that. Not too obtrusive, but just enough to move the flavour around. But the aroma as well, that's still as strong as ever. And it's really good. This is a fantastic Belgian wit beer. It's lovely. That herb and spice finish on there. Oh, it's beautiful. That is really good. For me, this is what a Belgian wit beer should taste like. And this is probably, I would say, and then there has been a few good ones. The St Bernardus was really good. The Blanche de Brussels I really liked as well. But I think this one, I think it tops the lot. It's certainly better than the Hoegaarden stuff. It really is. Hoegaarden for me was just so sweet and artificial tasting. This is the real deal. Oh, that is really good. That is really good. I love the balance of the flavours. Where it, you know, most Belgian wit beers, they tend to be on the heavy. As I keep saying this, but it's the truth. Well, I'm saying it's the truth. It's my perception of them. They tend to be quite heavy on the spice. They tend to be quite heavy on the orange peel. They tend to be quite heavy on the banana and clove, but this, you can actually taste the wheat and the malt that's gone into this, and it gives it a very nice balance, because it's, as I say, it's got the full range of flavours that you can actually appreciate. You can taste them, and that I really like, and that's refreshing to get that, no pun intended, because this is quite a refreshing beer. And I've taken this straight out of the fridge. It came straight out of the fridge. It sat there for about 10 minutes while I set everything up, and it's just really nice. I'm getting all them flavours even at this temperature. That's really good. Lovely earthiness to it as well, and that's not coming from the hops, because the hops they're negligible in this style of beer. They really are. You know, German wheat beers as well, the emphasis isn't on hops. You may get one style of hop in there, but it's just, you know, arbitrary. This is all about the yeast. That's what makes good wheat beer, in my opinion. And this is fantastic. Love it. Love it. So what's the verdict on Fort Lapin wit beer? Well, they have not let me down, because I can now add the wit beer to the list of their outstanding beers. And considering they've only been going since 2011, they really have come up trumps with this one. I absolutely love it. And I'm seriously sitting here thinking, is this probably the best Belgian wit beer I've tasted? It's certainly up there. If there's a better one, I really don't remember it. There have been some good ones. You know, there really have. As I said, the St Bernardus and the Blanche de Brussels. Blanche de Brussels is quite a cheap wit beer, but I really liked it. That did taste good. The Hoegaarden, yeah, the Hoegaarden has got the history. Please, if you've got a spare sort of 10-15 minutes, have a look at my video on Belgian wit beer. Just do a search for wit beer, and I'll do a history of Belgian wit beer. You'll see that Hoegaarden, despite the, being taken over by AB InBev, they are responsible for this beer coming back into fashion. And now they've been, like I say, now they've been taken over by AB InBev. I think they've lost the way a bit. I think AB InBev are trying to cater for people who they think won't like wheat beer, so they're trying to make it a bit sweet. This, to me, is the real deal. And if you want to, if you can get hold of some of this, compare this to Hoegaarden, and you'll see the quality in this. And I know I'm comparing what is effectively a craft brewer with a macro brewer, but it just goes to show, people think Hoegaarden is the be-all and end-all of Belgian wit beer. It really isn't. Not when you've got stuff like this on the market. And this is, I would say, it's got to be one of the best Belgian wit beers. And I love Belgian wit beer. I think it's a great style. It's not for everyone, because German wheat beers, yeah, they're lovely, and it's one of my favourite styles. Belgian wit beer, as I say, is completely different, and this for me is one of the best that I've tasted. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, and that is going to go down as, for now, the best wit beer I've tasted. There have been some good ones, but this for me is the best. It's just got the full range of everything, and I really like it. And that is 10 out of 10. That is recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.